Good day, boys and girls, and welcome to Geography Term 2, Lesson 4, Why People Trade. Today we'll be revising primary and secondary products while we classify these using pictures. We'll also be discussing and classifying renewable and non-renewable resources. Right, now the first couple of pictures I'd like to talk about is the primary goods or the raw materials. Now if you can remember, these are products that we get directly from nature and they are unchanged. The first picture here is the tree logs. Yes, it has been cut from trees, but we didn't change the form of it. We didn't make something with the wood yet. The second one I want to discuss is raw minerals that we get from the ground, and we change that into fine copper wires, or even diamonds can be considered a primary good when it's still in its raw form. The next one is every fruit and vegetable. When we take it from the gardens or from the farms and we don't change it, we don't cook it, we don't boil it, and we don't fry it, it remains a primary good. We've also got some metals here, and then this young man seems to be raking what's cacao beans used to make chocolate. Now in this form it is still considered a primary good because it hasn't changed into chocolate yet. Next we have the secondary goods, which are also considered to be processed goods. These are what we get when we change raw materials to become more helpful to us. We use the tree logs to make a very beautiful wooden door. The copper could be used to make things like taps and pipes. We change the fruit and vegetables to become something we can eat. Here we've changed the corn into popcorn. Metal is used to make all kinds of things, but in this instance it was used to make a piece of art. And then if you can remember the young man raking the cacao beans, this is the product of what happens when we process those beans. We get nice and very delicious chocolate. What are renewable resources? Renewable resources can be used repeatedly and does not run out because it is naturally replaced. A renewable resource essentially has an endless supply, such as solar energy, wind energy, and geothermal pressure. We'll always have the sun to provide solar energy, always have wind to provide wind energy, and we'll always have heat for geothermal pressure. Other resources are considered renewable, even though some time or effort must go into their renewal. For example, wood, oxygen, leather, and fish. We need to plant trees, we need to farm cattle, and we also need to farm more fish. Most precious metals are renewable. Although precious metals are not naturally replaced, they can be recycled because they are not destroyed during their extraction and use. What are non-renewable resources? A non-renewable resource is a natural substance that is not replenished with the speed at which it's consumed. It is a finite resource, which means it can easily run out. Fossil fuels, such as oil, natural gas, and coal, are examples of non-renewable resources. Humans constantly draw on the reserves of these substances, while the formation of new supplies take eons. Renewable resources are the opposite. Their supply replenishes naturally or can be sustained. The sunlight used in solar power and wind used in power wind turbines replenish themselves. Timber reserves can be sustained through replanting trees. Thank you, boys and girls, for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and then I'll see you in the next one.